Hey everybody, and welcome to Compact Claustrophobia. Just a quick heads up before this video gets started, this is an edited down version of a live stream I did over on twitch.tv/GamingOnCaffeine. If you want to check out the full unedited stream, or if you want to watch future streams live, I'll put a link in the description down below to that. Also, if you hear me talking to anybody during the course of this video, it's me talking to the Twitch chat and reading out their messages and vice versa. I've tried to cut out most of the sub notifications and a lot of the grind. This pack is quite grindy, so there were quite a few jumps in this video. But without further ado, here is Compact Claustrophobia. Oh no, you've been trapped. Here, take this handy personal shrinking device and click on the block in the floor. That should get you going. P.S. You can pick up this device every 3 minutes from here, just in case you ever lose it. If you've got any friends, check out /Team Islands, and then they've got the item reward. All right, I don't really know how often how it would be possible to lose this personal shrinking device in such a small space, but either way, all we have to do here is right-click on our compact machine, and that should teleport us straight away into this slightly larger, but still extremely small room right here. And look at that, we completed yet another quest. So now we have access to the real beginning. Hit the walls, left click, to let out your frustrations and perhaps get some of the things that have been hiding in the cracks. I've always wanted to do this. You get angry inside a compact machine and you just start smacking the walls left, right, and center, trying to get all of the goodies out of there. We are taking damage actually, so maybe I should stop a little bit and not die banging my fists against the wall. But we've managed to get 6 gravel dust and 13 dirt dust, which presumably we can craft into dirt and gravel respectively. Right-click to rummage. Right-click the dirt to see if there are any useful things hidden. If you do it enough, you'll prepare it for planting. Oh, so presumably, chat, this is like a fairly simple recipe. It is indeed. And then if we place this down... Oh, and actually you can craft dirt dust back into a quest book. That is also fairly handy. And there's also a questra as well. Your quest book will help you a bunch on your journey, but it could be lost. Luckily, it's quite easy to make another smiley face. P.S. You can also delete them after doing this. No reason to keep them all around. All right, okay. I don't know if we necessarily need to keep that quest. I don't think it really goes anywhere. It's just kind of there to be done. I would also love to go ahead and turn off auto jump. And I'm also going to ever so slightly maybe turn down whatever it is that makes the heartbeat sound. Presumably it's players. Yeah, okay, we'll turn it down just a smidge because it is quite loud. So if we go ahead and right-click this dirt. Ooh. Okay, so we got a bonsai acacia sapling, and we also turned the dirt into farmland. Now, turning the dirt into farmland also means we can't right-click it anymore. However, presumably, if we just replace it and begin right-clicking again, we can get more out of this. We can. So we got seeds. Nothing that time. I also hope that there is, a way to see what you can get here. So it looks like we can get seeds, 15% chance, and then a bunch of different saplings. Curiously, each one has a different percentage chance. 0.5, 5, 2.5, 5, 5, and then 15. So you're very likely to get oak. And then also industrial hemp seeds as well. Okay, so there's quite a few we can get there. Oh my goodness, we got so much that time. Some more birch, some more seeds. All right, where are we going next? We've completed yet another quest. So we've got things grow faster if you sneak around on top. Hold shift and walk on crops. By the way, these delicate bonsai saplings need prepared dirt for them to grow. So prepared dirt presumably means this, farmland, right? So you put that on like that, and then you get on top of it and you shift. And that, oh, look at that. Yeah, growth, 14%, 28%, 42%. I really hope this doesn't turn into a fully fledged oak tree, because if it does, it's going to be, we don't have the space for such a tree. We should also probably look at getting some more dirt blocks here actually, and maybe planting a few different saplings as opposed to just the one. Then again, as you can probably tell, we don't really have that much space, and so we can't really put down too much dirt with the space we currently have. But you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll throw down like a few saplings here. We'll throw down one of each. Acacia, birch, and oak here. I don't know if moving around makes it any faster, but Or maybe it's moving around that triggers it in the first place. I'm not quite sure. But this oak tree is very much so almost there. 71, 85, fully grown. All right, so it looks like we just right-click that and we get some bonsai oak cuttings, which we can craft into either sticks or planks. Okay, I understand. Eat poop and don't die. Excuse me? Poop is not very tasty. I would not know, but I'd also assume. You poop when you sneak around. Oh, if you have a weak pinky, check out the auto sneak and sprint. I wondered where that was going for a second there. If you have a weak pinky, what? Check out the auto sneak and sprint forge mod. Okay. So that's like a new mod that you can add as well if you don't want to hold shift all the time. That's fine. Beetroot is a good way to get the red color needed for making wrenches fashionably red. Maybe the seed can be found in coarse dirt. How do we make coarse dirt? Is my next question. We can craft together 2 dirt and 2 gravel to get 4 coarse dirt. And then presumably you do the same thing again where you right click. Yes, and this time around you can get sugarcane, beetroot, stone, granite, diorite, and andesite. All right. I see how it's all coming together here, chat. We also have fibrous diet, important for making things go smooth. Now, I want to get some more dirt. I think I'm going to break this block of dirt here because I want to get some hemp going. I also want to try and find... I guess I didn't need to break the whole block. Actually, I could have just broke the top bit there, but there we go. We'll give that a go as well. It is probably worth trying to get even more of these. Do we have any food that we can eat? I guess not, right? It does say eat poop, don't die. So maybe we could also try and get some poop. I don't know if we're supposed to like shift repeatedly or just hold shift and eventually we'll get some. Because we can't really get any more dirt until we can hit the wall again. And we can't hit the wall again until we have really more health. At 2.5 hearts, I don't really feel too comfortable punching the wall much more. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we have the hemp fiber. Nice. What else do we have here? String theory. Sometimes confusing, often a mess. So we can craft 3 industrial hemp fiber into 1 string. On top of that, we also have wood's good, but still not very impressive. Craft cuttings in a 2x2 to make planks. Check out the key bindings for crafting tweaks for shortcuts to crafting recipes that fill a 2x2 or 3x3 with the same item. By the way, a crafting station can accept JEI recipes. Okay, so we can craft 4 of these into a plank, and then 4 of those into a crafting table, and then presumably, yes, we have either Tinker's Construct or just the crafting station mod. It looks like we actually just have the crafting station mod. Yes, we do. We don't have Tinker's Construct, unfortunately. I think for now, I'm going to put this maybe like up here. That seems like a terrible idea in hindsight. My theory was that I shouldn't put it on the floor because we need the floor space for dirt. And then maybe if we put it up there, that would, give us more floor space. But I need to be able to walk around up here. So maybe we do just put it here and then surround it with dirt as we go forward. Now that we have the Woods Good quest complete here, we do have quite a few new quests unlocked, including Pickaxe, Axe, and a Hammer quest, as well as some kind of Sifting quest, a Barrel quest, and Cauldron, a Crucible quest even. This one's Crucible, and this one's Barrel. So, depending on how tough the thing you hit the walls with is, you might be able to extract different materials. Perhaps wood, although soft, is better than your flimsy hands. Alright, so presumably, once we get a regular old Minecraft pickaxe, we can hit the wall and maybe not take damage here. Oh, look at that, we can. Perfect. Diorite pebble. It does, however, look like we get different things. We don't get the dirt anymore. We're getting diorite, we're getting andesite, and we're getting stone. Let's have a look. What are the odds here? Oh, you get a random stone pebble. You can get andesite, diorite, granite, or stone. Okay. And then I assume all of these maybe serve the same function, although maybe they don't. Maybe they have, like, unique perspectives. So that can make us cobblestone, which we could use to make a cobblestone pick, which is a quest down here. And we've also gone ahead and made the regular old cobblestone there as well. All right, this doesn't seem too bad. I definitely need food. So I'm thinking what I might do is real quick, maybe go ahead and plant these wheat seeds. The reason for that is that if we can get wheat seeds, we can of course make wheat, we can make bread, Once we have bread, we can get some food, we can restore our health. If we can restore our health, we can then hit the walls again with our fists. Hitting the walls with our fists gets us more dirt, or dirt dust, or whatever it's called here, and then we can craft more dirt from that, meaning that we can fill this room with dirt and hopefully start to grow things much, much faster, right? Oh, excuse me? Hello. So we do have a little bit of poop yet. Not yet eaten. What does it taste like? All right. Not good is the answer. Blindness, nausea, night vision. Night vision? Oh my jeez. What in the... Come on now. Is that scientifically accurate, the whole night vision thing? It doesn't seem like it. I feel like that's not how that works, chat. Don't try this at home. Here we go. Let me craft up some bread here. This seems like a much more... Although it did fill up our health bar tremendously. My goodness. So we can go ahead and punch this wall again now. All right. There we go. Look at that. Boom. That's a nice amount of dirt right there. Now, I don't think that you can right-click on the top of the dirt. Oh, you totally can. Nice. Okay. I was going to say we might have to keep a side visible, but it looks like we can, in fact, just fill this whole floor here with dirt. So does this auto fill us back up to max... like HP? Oh, it totally does. It gives you so much saturation. It does give you that nausea, but the night vision and the massive amounts of saturation is crazy. I do also hear, chat, what sounds like water on the outside of the walls of the cave. It also maybe sounds like footsteps. Do you guys hear that? It's gone now, but there was something out there. Maybe we can break out eventually. Either way, let's go ahead and turn all these into farmland. We don't have any water, which could prove problematic. Do I want to get more food? I don't think food is strictly necessary if we can just keep pooping, right? So I think instead we'll just go for maybe like a full wood build for now, and see how much wood we can get. Because a lot of these following quests, like the sieve and the crucible, and the oak barrels and the shovels and the hammers, all that kind of stuff, they all seem to need quite a fair bit of wood. So now we've got quite a lot of bonsai sticks here. Let's go and turn all of those into oak wood planks. I don't think there's really much of a reason not to. Oh, you can craft them into sticks. Is this more efficient? Like if we do this, we get 4 wood planks. And 4 wood planks makes you 8 sticks. So it's the exact same efficiency, right? So there is no reason not to craft it into oak wood planks. You can go ahead and get the same amount of sticks no matter what there. So let's have a look. The wooden crucible here, maybe we can get some moisture somewhere. Could be useful. Again, I've been pointing out that we don't have any moisture here. So occasionally this dirt does kind of dry up. I'm not quite sure if things will grow faster on moist ground. Is that a thing, chat? Do the crops grow faster if it's moist? Or damp? Or whatever word you would prefer to use for wet? Gosh, this room is getting a little cramped, man. I guess we can put it there. We can kind of see at the top there, we've got solid 0, liquid 0, and rate 4x. So presumably, if previous experience has taught me anything, we can, we can put like saplings and stuff in here. I guess seeds are really what we're after. I don't know if the tiny saplings count as normal saplings, and we definitely don't have any leaves. So if we put 4 seeds into the crucible, that's going to get us 1 bucket worth of water. Now, I have no idea, chat, how we're going to move that 1 bucket worth of water out of that crucible, but I'm assuming we'll find out. While we're waiting for our water to come through, it looks like we do have to get iron before we can get a bucket. So we do have to go through and get the stone pickaxe here. And you know what? We might as well, I think. I think we're pretty close to having that stone pickaxe. I do wonder if we can use, like... I assume not, right? I was going to say, I wonder if we can craft diorite with cobblestone to get like a cobblestone pick, although I assume that's definitely not going to be the case. That's obviously not how the base game works, but... I was wondering if maybe all of these kind of pebbles that you got all kind of acted as stone. Alright, that should be enough to make 1 more cobblestone. It is. Fantastic. So presumably now, this works in exactly the same way as the previous pickaxe, in that we can hit the wall with it and get even more things. We can indeed. We can get copper, nickel, tin, iron, lead, and copper. Each one has an 11 point... Oh, apart from iron, Each one has an 11.11% chance. Iron has a 50% chance, which is nice and high. Should hopefully make getting that iron fairly easy. And in fact, we've actually already got enough iron grit, presumably to make the bucket here. However, if we're going to do that, we do also need to get enough cobblestone to make a furnace. And we also have to put that furnace down somewhere. And again, it's getting a bit cramped, guys. I don't know how efficient we're going to have to be with our space. We might, like, by the end of this pack, we might end up having to be, like, extremely efficient with our use of space. I guess we'll find out. Unfortunately, we do also have to craft one more wooden pickaxe, although I have a feeling we're going to definitely need more than 8 cobblestone going forward, so the extra pickaxe is almost certainly going to be useful. If you switch between the picks while hitting the wall, it goes faster. Oh. You're right. It does go faster. That's an interesting tip. So if you switch between the pickaxes, like this, I'm hitting 4 and 5 on my keyboard here, it goes faster. New macro, question mark? I could set up a macro to do this for me. And we might do. Depends how much of this we have to do in the pack. But look at that. Oh, beautiful. So now we've got a ton of stone pebbles here. More than enough to make our first furnace, which I guess for now we'll go ahead and put down like right next to our crucible, like so. And then we only need 3 iron for the moment, so we'll go ahead and do something like that. Whilst we're waiting for that to smelt up, let's take a look at our quest here. So we could make a shovel. The shovel quest doesn't go anywhere, so I'm not really in a hurry to get there. We do have to go through Sifting to get to this small compactor here. So let's go ahead and bookmark that and then craft one of those. We are a little light on wood, although I think we do have just enough to make our first sieve. We do indeed. Fantastic. And we are going to have to craft, I think, yeah, quite a bit more string. So we do need quite a bit more hemp if we're going to get that up and running as well. So let's go ahead and break a few of these, throw those down and start shifting. The iron is done. Fantastic. We'll go ahead and craft up our first bucket, and we'll also go and grab that water there. So let's throw that down. Again, I don't know how useful that's going to be, and if it's worth having that there over the extra piece of dirt, but maybe. There we go. All right. Now we should have all it takes to make that mesh there. So we'll grab our 9th string, craft all that up like so, and then we can whack that into our sieve. Again, for now, I reckon we'll put that maybe here. I know that makes our... you know what? I'll move this. I was going to say it makes our crucible unusable, and it does. So I guess we'll put it like here instead. Gosh, it's getting tight. Real tight. So the sieve. What can we do with the sieve here? Sulfur smells like eggs, apparently. Everyone likes that. You also get some bone meal along the way too. Useful, but not as cool. Okay, so we can sift something to get sulfur and bone meal. Let's have a quick look in JEI here. What are we sifting? So we can sift dust to get sulfur and bone meal. Dust can be acquired by hammering sand. Sand can be acquired by hammering gravel. And gravel can be acquired by hammering crushed andesite and or cobblestone. Okay. We also get gravel from hitting the walls with our hands, but that's not ideal. So presumably we want to craft our andesite. That's regular andesite. How do we crush that? Do we just hammer it? Oh, you hammer it. Okay, so there's a lot of hammering going on here. So you can take your hammer, throw those down. We don't have a hammer. First step, make a hammer. Which I think is like, is it just this? It is, beautiful. Then you hammer your andesite. I think we do have vein miner or ore excavator. Let me just give that a quick check. We do indeed. I'm going to switch that to my my mouse button here. So we... Why does crushed andesite act like sand? Who programmed that into the game? Gosh dang it. Okay, let me put 4 more seeds up there. I don't know if we need the water, but nevertheless, we've got more space now, which I guess is nice. So we're looking to get this down into dust form. There we go. And then we can sift that dust up here. Now, I actually don't know if you can get... First of all, let me check the odds. Okay. They're not very high, so it is possible we just got unlucky there. But I'm also not sure if you can get the results out of a sieve. And also, did I just lose that mesh? Like a fool? I did. Gosh dang it. Okay. Fun fact, don't break your sieves with the mesh inside, because otherwise you're going to have to make a new mesh. And the meshes take about 4 years to craft. You've got to be careful. While you're breaking that, if you hit the wall, you lose HP. And I guess if you, at our current situation, if we hit the wall like once or twice more, we're done. So, okay, there we go. There's our sieve, which we can use in the future. I would love a better way of getting dust. However, we might want to make an iron pickaxe. Let me check real quick. Iron pickaxe. What do we get if we hit the wall with that? We get flint, uranium grit, silver grit, redstone, gold grit, and flint. Okay. So we don't get any more cobblestone, unfortunately. And boy, do we not have any freaking space either. Okay, we can also make clay as well. Let's go ahead and make this barrel if we can. Just 6 planks and then 1 slab. I don't know if we can mix and match. We totally can. Nice. Okay. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll take that down. Oh, it looks like you can't die on the wall there, which is good to know. I'm going to get rid of one of our dirts here. I'm going to put the barrel down there for now. And then we should have a new bucket of water in here now. We do, thankfully. If we do that, and then I believe all we have to do, if memory serves me right, to get clear, is put dust in there. Yes, dust plus water in the barrel should get us the clay that we are after. So wet and sticky. Is that what he said? Wet and sticky? Wet and sticky. That's what he says. And then we can smelt that up if we want to as well. I feel like there's no reason not to make the iron pick, just because we have the means to do it. Also, we should go ahead and hammer down some of this cobblestone. Now, let's free up some space. Again, I don't know if we need this much growth right now. It would also appear that, unfortunately, we cannot vein mine with the hammer. Although I think somebody did say in the Twitch chat that if we get the iron hammer, we can vein mine this by shifting. Is that correct? Either way, I think it might be worth getting an iron hammer just to speed things up a little bit here. I have been told this is indeed correct, so if we go ahead and grab an iron hammer and then give that a try, that might speed us up. So we shift, vein mine. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, I don't know if we should be crafting all of this into dust, but we do need quite a bit of dust here for our current quests. So we'll get 1 clay. Beautiful. I guess we can also go ahead and complete the quest for getting at least 1 brick as well. Yep, it's time to... this time it's harder and more useful, is what the quest says there. And then I guess we'll sift the rest of it to try and get 1 sulfur and or 1 bone meal. Who reads the quest book? Hey, people get angry at me if I don't read the quest book. Like if I don't read the quest book and I don't, like, I get lost, people get very angry very quickly in the comment section. So now I read the quest book. I'm a quest book reader. Chat. It's what I've become. Now, I am contemplating making a chest. However, I feel like I don't really have the space to make a chest. I don't know if I have that luxury. We also need more wood. So what else do we have here? We've also got aluminum. Getting it from sand is such a chore. I wonder if a pick made from it would do. Remember, sometimes tasks are better to do later. If you go the way of science, you'll be able to get these annoying chunks completely automatically. Ooh. I do see the auto-clicker here. I would very much so like an auto-clicker. Presumably, I can put a pickaxe into an auto-clicker and automatically get all of those dusts and all of those extra chunks, like, you know, the gravel and the andesite and the cobblestone and all that kind of stuff. We do need redstone, which we get from the iron pick. We need some kind of diorite, andesite, stone, granite around the outside. That seems easy enough. And then 1 machine casing, which is a block of redstone, which again, we can get from the andesite. And then modularium, which is made by smelting modularium blend, which is made with 4 iron grit, 4 uranium grit, and 1 redstone. We actually have that, right? Apart from the redstone. So it might be, again, worth us just upping our iron here and making this iron pick and trying to get a bunch of redstone real quick. I am also, I think I am going to have to make a chest. I don't know where in the world I'm going to put it. Maybe like up here next to the furnace. Yeah, I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll put it here. And then we'll put our wooden barrel up there because much like with the crucible, we can still use this, albeit, you know, less intuitively while it's touching the roof there. So for now, let's go ahead and dump a couple of things in here. I think most of the saplings can go in there. The gravel grit can go in there for sure. And then, yeah, now we've got a bit of space. Let's go ahead and make that iron pickaxe. And then hopefully using the same strategy we did before, we can rapidly switch between both pickaxes and get a large amount of stuff. Apologies if you hear my my keyboard. Beautiful. All right, so now we have 18 dust. We've got 43 iron and 8 uranium grit. The uranium grit is emitting 3 nanorads? NRADs per tick? I don't know what NRADs stands for. I assume nanorads, but I'm not quite sure. So we are getting slowly irradiated by the uranium that we're holding. However, we've not unlocked this quest yet. We have to complete Decay and Growth. Which quest is Decay and Growth? Is that down here? Oh no, over here I see. So we go this way and then back. Okay. Something to keep you warm. And then a heart. A mystical material, great as pocket warmer. Don't mind any potential side effects. A block of uranium. We also get a Geiger counter and a rad away drink item. Removes 300 rads. Okay, so we are actually getting irradiated. So we need to smelt 9 uranium. And right now we have 8. So we're actually pretty close. And there's the 9th. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and smelt all of those up. I'll keep a hold of the 1. We do need to get not only more wood, but also more uranium, because we need at least 4 more for the auto clicker, if we're going to make that as well. All right, so our uranium is done. We can craft that up into a block like so. That's going to go ahead and complete this quest down here. Ooh, we get to choose between a hazmat suit, a slow-acting radaway, and then some hazmat boots. Are we getting irradiated? Presumably we are. I'm also not quite sure what's going on with my character in the middle there. But either way, down here at the bottom, we have Decay and Growth. This can absorb and produce power from all kinds of stuff. The Decay generator requires 4 lead, 4 cobblestone, and then 1 redstone. We do have lead, so we're going to smelt that up. It might be worth getting an extra furnace, or, you know, to speed things up. However, at the same time, I think from a space perspective, which is usually a perspective that I don't have to worry about too much, unfortunately, this pack has flipped that on its head. I think from a space perspective, we're not going to be able to make that work. So for now, we'll just craft some cobblestone and be ready to make this Decay generator. There we go. Nice. All right. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay, so this guy right here produces power from the heat generated by the decay of adjacent radioactive blocks. After some time, the block will decay and produce less power. Oh, I see. So we can put just like the block of uranium onto the decay generator, and that's going to produce power. All right. So if we just do like this and then this, that does produce redstone flux. Beautiful. All right. And then from there, we have the auto clicker. The auto clicker is also able to get stuff from the hard walls surrounding you. Make this your new best friend. Make sure you have at least 1 block distance. The auto clicker needs space. 2, you know. I'm afraid the auto clicker doesn't really have the luxury of space in this harsh space economy. Okay, so we need quite a few of that actually. We need what, 4? Oh, look at that, we can make 5. Beautiful. So I think, chat, we actually have pretty much everything it takes here. I will wait for this lead to smelt. That heartbeat gets annoying after a bit, eh? I don't have any poop, unfortunately. If I had some poop, I would consume it to get my heartbeat back. I guess I can keep shifting in the hopes that poop arrives. I have turned the heartbeat right down. Could turn it down a bit more, I guess. Does that work? Is that quieter? I think that is quieter. There we go. There we go. Never have you seen a man so excited to receive such simple pleasures. Okay. We just need one more here. What else are we missing? We then need a block of redstone, and we need 7 cobblestone. We don't quite have that 7 cobblestone, although I assume we can do like a mix of cobblestone and like diorite or andesite here. Hopefully. We can also go ahead and unbookmark these for now as well. There we go. All right. So 4 of this modularium with redstone gets us, or with a block of redstone, my bad, gets us, I believe, 2 blocks of the machine casing. From there, we do need a little bit of diorite to kind of patch things up here. And in fact, we're just a little shy of what we need. We need a bit more diorite. So boom, and boom. I'm hoping we can mix and match that. And then we do you and you. Unfortunately, that does not seem to work. So it looks like we are going to need a little bit more cobblestone. That is fine. It shouldn't take us 2 seconds to grab it with our pickaxe here. And hopefully, once we have this auto clicker, we won't have to do this with the pickaxes. Although, I do have a sneaking suspicion that the auto clicker might not be that fast. And so whilst it is passive and whilst it does give us a way of getting those resources without... Oh, does this need to be stone? Diorite, polished diorite, andesite, polished andesite, stone, granite. Ah, we can't use cobblestone. Okay, so we could smelt that, or we could try and get, like, more diorite. I would prefer to keep the cobblestone, I think. How much granite do we have here? Not enough, right? Yeah, but we're close. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and try and get, like, one more granite. Because I would prefer to not have to, like, use our cobblestone there. And once again, it looks like we are going to have to get yet another pickaxe, but that's fine. Here we go. We'll, part of the process. We are out of wood again, though, which is increasingly becoming a problem. Is there any way to check how much radiation you have? I do believe so, yes. I think that is probably what this is for right here, the Geiger counter. So let's go ahead and... is this choice reward? I guess we'll take the hazmat suit. Put that on. If we use the old Geiger counter here, detects radiation and informs the player of their rad count. Can be used to read the irradiation of entities will be muted if on the hotbar. Or if off the hotbar, sorry. Okay, so currently my radiation stands at 6 microrads, which is 0%. And I'm currently acquiring 0 rads per tick. Despite this this uranium grit here. I assume that each uranium grit is 8 nanorads per tick, so I assume that's like a very small amount of radiation, even when you have so much of it. So it looks like we're fine for now. It looks like radiation isn't going to become a problem until a little bit later on in the pack. And just having this on us shows us down at the bottom what our current radiation levels are at. Oh, the radiation amount is summed up for all items in the stack. Ah, so from all 23 there, or from all 15 here, I have 5 nanorads. Oh, I see, which is why it's still at 0 rads per tick, because 1 nanorad is presumably nowhere near 1 rad, right? There we go. All right. Boom. And then over here, finally, we can do some granite, along with the 1 bit of redstone and the machine frame. And voila, chat, we have our very first auto clicker. Now, it does say it needs space, so I assume that we put it here, it takes power, and then we put this in here, and that's gonna do my my job. Try not to get hit by it. I'll also dump some stuff in here for now. Is this not right? Does it need to be, oh, left click? It is left click. So, maybe that works? Oh yeah, look at that. It totally does work. Right now it's set to 0. Speed 0, which is 1 click every 500 ticks. There are 20 ticks per second, so 25 seconds is the current rate of that. So not great. We can speed it up. We can go to like 1 tick, or 1 click every 1 tick, which will be 20 times per second, but that's going to tank our power, presumably. Yeah, we don't have the luxury of large amounts of power, so it's quite possible we do have to just stick with the lowest one here. We could maybe get away with a slightly faster 3 RF per tick. I don't have any idea how much this is producing in terms of power. So I'm not quite sure how much we could get away with here, but we are ever so slowly but surely actually getting stuff. We could even put like a hopper here and then maybe like a chest there to kind of automatically pick up all of this stuff. Although I think, given how small the room is, we can just pop down every minute or so to make sure things don't despawn. Oh, and we get another auto clicker as a reward. Chat. He's done it. I don't know where we're going to put this one. I guess we put it here, pointing this way. Although that does create its own host of problems. I guess we can move this over here. And then move this over here. And then move this completely. Gosh, the space. And then put this here. And then get rid of this entirely. It doesn't use any power. 0, right? Yeah, 0 arithmetic. Okay, so we should be using at least level 1, I think. And then we can put that in there. And then we'll put like our furnace like here. All right, look at that. It's getting nice and cozy, chat. So I think we now need to kind of pivot back up to this side of the quest line and get the sulfur and bone. Following that, we need to get some aluminum, then some glass, and then we also need to get... We don't need to get the radiation preventing quest, but we do have to get the small compactor. All right, so the thing is, we need like a ton of cobblestone, right? We need to take all of our cobblestone. We need to hammer that cobblestone down. I guess we could hammer like other things down as well. We just don't have the space. We just do not have the space. I'm going to remove these for now. I'm also going to temporarily move that this pickaxe over to there. So this is basically doing nothing for the time being. Because I want to create the space. And also, I don't think we need this up here at the moment. We can always put this back down if we need more water. For now, though, I'm going to put this in our chest just to give us as much space as possible to vein mine our cobblestone. So that hopefully we can get a nice amount of dust as fast as possible. Beautiful. We also do need to make some glass panes as well, so it might be worth saving 6 sand as well. Complete that quest. This one right here. There we go. All right. Hopefully, we get at least 1 bone meal and 1 sulfur here. We have not had much luck. Do we have a higher chance if we... so it's currently 1 or 20 and 7. Oh, you actually don't get any on the iron stiffened, eh? Okay, so it's not... I was hoping if we upgraded to an iron mesh, maybe that would be like a greater chance for us. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Oh, we've done it. Look at that. Beautiful. Bone meal and sulfur. Nice. Okay, so that is that quest complete. Dyeing for yellow. So now we need the aluminum, which we can get from sifting sand, and we also need the transparent, which is the glass. In fact, we don't need the aluminum. We also didn't need the sulfur, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But that's fine. We have the glass over here. So if we do that, we get 16 glass panes, and then now finally we're getting close to something. There we go. Small compactor. So now, search JI for a small compactor. These are all the required blocks. Make sure the hopper faces correctly. Assembling machines can sometimes be a little tricky. Remember to have full power on your decay generator before attempting crafting, otherwise it might malfunction. So we need 3 bricks. We need 1 machine controller, 1 tiny item output, 1 tiny item input, 1 tiny energy input hatch, 1 glass pane, 1 hopper, 1 upper, and then 2 stone brick slabs. My goodness. Search JI for small compactor. This one? Okay, so we have to assemble this in our tiny little room here. And in doing so, it looks like we're going to unlock a larger room. So I will bookmark this. You can press A, by the way, when you hover over something in JI, and it'll bookmark it over here, so it's still there when you need it. And then I wish I could like bookmark. I could just like press A to bookmark these as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can. But bricks I see as being the first item on the list, and we do have some of the clay, I should say, to get that going. We are going to need more though, but that is fine. So this is where that crucible that we put away earlier does come back into play. And I think we're gonna have to get more seeds because we do not have enough currently. Okay, so we've got enough seeds now to make all of the water. We're just waiting for this crucible to finish. While we wait for that to finish, let's have a look at some of the other items required here. So we need the machine controller. which I assume is going to be the hardest bit. It requires 2 copper solenoids, which are copper, iron, and copper. We need a redstone reception coil, which is gold and redstone, and then another machine casing and more redstone. Okay, so none of that actually seems too bad. I think it is most certainly going to be worth getting a second furnace. Although I still don't know, because we don't really have that much fuel, right? Like, I don't know if it's worth doing it if we don't have the fuel for it. I will go ahead and make this reception coil, though. Kapow. And then for that, all we're missing now is the solenoid, because we have that machine casing. I will bookmark that. We also need a tiny energy input hatch, a tiny item input, and a tiny item output. So if I just type in tiny item, it should show me all 3 of these. Item input, item output, and then the hatch. Oh, it's a tiny energy input hatch. Okay. And then presumably all of these require, yeah, they do require more machine casing. So we are going to have to go ahead and make some more of this modularium blend here, but that shouldn't be too difficult. It wasn't too bad the first time around. Presumably this water is done. It is. Let's get the next bucket of water cooking. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll then put the water in up there with the dust. That should get us another block of clay. We can craft that clay into other clay and then throw that in there to smelt it. We already have 1 of the 3 bricks required, so we're getting there slowly but surely, chat. The auto-clickers, not really the boom that I thought they were going to be to our productivity. It might also be worth just, like, picking these up. Simply due to the fact that it does say that our decay generator needs to be full. And right now, the power is being pulled elsewhere. Make sure the hopper's faced correctly. Remember to have full power on your decay generator before attempting. So I think we should, like, let that... Oh, it looks like it doesn't have that much of a buffer, actually, so maybe we didn't need to move it. But either way, we now have more space, which is lovely. Our next bucket of water is done, so once again, throw that in there. Plop in the dust, get out the clay. Smelt that up. I will wait for this last bit of iron here. Beautiful. Go ahead and throw that in. While we wait for that, we should now be able to make some of those solenoids that we were looking at earlier, which I think were like this. No, they're the other way around, eh? With the copper top and bottom. That's an... yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Nice. We also should now be able to go ahead and make this hatch here. So we need 4 of you. Perfect. And then 2 of you. Perfect. And then 1 of you. Nice. Okay, so we have the machine controller, the tiny energy input hatch. We have the tiny item input. We have the tiny item output. We've got 1 spare machine casing, which is not being used right now. So now all we need are the 3 bricks, which we have in our chest, the glass pan, which we have, the hopper, and the upper that we don't currently have, but we're working on, and the stone brick slabs, which we also do not have. I need one more stone, right, to make that work, because I have to craft the stone bricks and then craft those stone bricks into slabs. That is unfortunate. All right, we just need the 1 more cobblestone, actually, so that is more than enough. Kapow. We'll go ahead and smelt that. Once that's done, that's the stone brick slab taken care of, and then at that point, we just need wood for the hopper and the upper. So that is enough to make 1 of the 2. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and craft that into the upper. Why not? And then this is done as well. So we'll craft those into stone bricks and then craft those into stone brick slabs. Fantastic. And then finally, chat, all we have to do now is shift on here. And we should hopefully get enough wood to make a hopper. And then we can start tearing everything down and building this multi-block structure, which should, I believe, give us access to a slightly larger cube. All right, that should be enough, I think. So, kapow. We'll craft up the chest. We'll craft up what is hopefully our final hopper for now. And then I think that is everything, chat. If we get the bricks, I think that quest is complete. It is. Nice. All right. So now we have to pick up everything that we have placed down. Maybe not everything. We need to find enough space for a 2x2 machine, which I think we're going to build. Actually, I don't know where we're going to build it. Let me check the multi-block. So the energy input is at the bottom, right? Yeah, the tiny energy input hatch at the bottom. So we are going to have to move... this is 3 tall, right? Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's rather unfortunate. It means that despite the fact that our decay generator is full, we need to move it. We have to put it like there. And then we're going to build it here, I think. Gosh, I do not have space. Let me delete some things. Like this dirt. And the dark oak sapling there that we have. And this one torch, maybe. I don't know if we need the torch. We just don't have the space, chat. We do not have the space at all. Okay, so we'll pick up these. We could do with making an axe as well, maybe. Hopefully we get the... Well, we'll finish the sift. And then we'll break it. Hopefully we get the axe, the mesh back. We did. Beautiful. Okay, so it was a fluke earlier. So, here is the space in which we're going to build our 2x3 multi-block. And we're going to build it in such a way that the energy output is... Or the energy input even, is here. So I believe that means that we have the machine controller right there, like that. We then have... Oh gosh, okay. We have the bricks along the back in like an L shape, like this. Then we have the glass pane here. I don't think it matters that it's touching the walls though, at least I hope it doesn't. Then we have our 2 stone brick slabs along the top. Then we have our output and our input stacked on the left here. So output and input, like that. This energy hatch is full, which is wonderful. And then I'm fairly certain, chat, it's just the hopper going into the input and then the upper going into... Oh, sorry, the hopper going into the output and the upper going into the input. I think. So like hopper, like that, upper, like that. Missing input item. I think we're there though, right? Maybe? Okay, so we have the small compactor. Blocks against claustrophobia. Looks oddly familiar. So we need to make... Oh, I see. So the small compactor can turn modularium into compact machine wall. Over here, these handy tools can be nice when you need to know the cost of mass production, which you will need to know. If you have one equipped, you can also just shift right click to change the mode. The crafting calculator and the math calculator. Okay, so I can figure out like how much stone I need to craft 1,000 of something. Structure found, small compactor. Status missing item. Okay, so if we just input some of this modularium, is that going to work? I can't craft this back? Okay, that's fine though. We should... Oh, gosh, this... this room, chat. This room. It's horrendous. Okay. So we need iron grit, which I think we're all out of. So we might need another iron pickaxe, which thankfully we can. Is there an iron pickaxe that gets us iron grit? Let me just check that real quick. I think it is. I think it gets us like more iron grit than the previous method, right? Silver, redstone, gold. Oh no, we need a cobble pick. All right. And then the question really is if we have enough to make the modularium that we need. So the answer looks like it's a... I actually have no idea how many of these we need though. Oh, we need 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine. And then from there, we're kind of slowly backing ourselves, oh gosh, into this room here. But I guess we'll do like this. And then we need to smelt just the modularium up here. We are somewhat out of... Yeah, so that's unfortunate that accesses that there. It's annoying. We might have to... Oh, we got wood. Okay. Whew! Okay, I was worrying we wouldn't have the fuel required, chat, but it looks like we do. So that's going to get us the compact machine wall. I think we're there, chat. This quest we'll come back to, the one for the crafting calculator. It seems useful. But it seems like we're about to make a compact machine wall. And then from there, maybe, just maybe, chat, we can get a bigger room. So do I put this in here? Are we good? Oh, it's going. It's going. Look at that. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's worse than I thought it was. I thought we needed one. I thought that we were going to make... I see. So 4 modularium makes 1 machine. We need 4. Right. Okay. So we need a lot more of what we currently have, chat. As it turns out. We need more. So right now we're in this one, a 3x3. The 5x5 Oh gosh, so you, I don't know if we're going to have to make this. Oh no, I see. Oh, we have the machine casing. So 4 compact wall, 4 spruce wood planks. They have to be spruce? Oh no, any plank will do. Okay, so we should shift over here. We have spruce as well. Oh my goodness, look at that. It doesn't need to be spruce, but we have spruce. You get another 3x3? No. Oh, you do. Oh, I was looking here. I was like, okay, so the first one, I thought it was going to give us the bigger one, the 5x5. But we need tiny machine pieces for that. We're going to make another tiny one, which is another 3x3. Oh my goodness. There we go. So we have the compact machine wall. And now the final quest here, or the final main quest, I guess, is infinite tiny rooms. ZMOG. So now we have to make 1 tiny compact machine. The tiny compact machine is made with 4 planks, 1 machine casing, and 4 compact machine wall. Thankfully, we have all of that stuff available to us. And so we should be able to go ahead and, once we get these planks actually, do this, at which point we can then put this down, I guess, really anywhere will do. I'll take my crafting table with me into the next dimension. And, you know, I'll also take my furnace with me as well. So for now, I'm going to put, I guess, I don't know if we need this multi-block going forward, but for now, I'll leave it there. Let's put down our compact machine there, and then we can right-click into it. I don't think it needs power. It doesn't. And, oh, look at that, chat. We are now in another, we can also, so now we're inside a compact machine, inside of another compact machine. So we can right-click to get out. Oh, no, I've made a grave mistake, chat. It's not too bad, actually. I can change this. It's not ideal, but not terrible either. Maybe we should swap that out. But we have the real world, which is out here. We then have a tiny compact machine, and then inside of that tiny compact machine, we have another. Oh, I can't even right-click that from here, eh? We have another tiny compact machine, and I guess next time, chat, we'll come back and we'll start working on infinite tiny space, because now that we have this, we've unlocked a whole new quest line, and we need to get across to getting one of the immersive engineering presses, because we need to be able to make tiny machine pieces. The tiny machine pieces are made with the metal press, and they allow us to turn tiny compact machines into tiny machine pieces, at which point we can then move on into a small compact machine, which is finally a 5x5 room. So it looks like we're a little ways away from that just yet.